It's Bill. Welcome back to my show. Gonna do some kind of fun, easy. This kind of came out of urgency. I needed to make something to, fill the tummies of some little kids, and that's also something I usually do for, like a little grab and go kind of party. A lot of finger food, and the problem is if you make quesadillas out of big shells, it's a lot to handle. So what I've started doing is making them out of the soft taco shells, and I just want to show you that this can be really easy. It doesn't have to be fancy and complicated. So I got like half a pound of this is ground sirloin because I'm going to have less fat, and it's going to have a lot more flavor, obviously. Just got it started sizzling away. And if you don't know how hot people like things, this is kind of really cool. I thin sliced some red onion and mixed it in with some pickled jalapenos and poured a little the juice on here, and I just want to marinate. It only takes 10 minutes. You can do it ahead and have it in the refrigerator, that's fine too. And just going to show you how really easy it can be to make some really good, fun quesadillas. I'm trying to make so when you're cooking ground beef, just kind of break it up. Especially in this, I don't want too big of chunks. And make sure it gets good and cooked. This comes right from the butcher, my favorite Wassi's, and so it's really high quality meat that's been ground, and so I'm not as fearful of what's in it, and it definitely tastes a lot better. And really I want all the seasoning to come from my refried beans that I'm going to add in here. As soon as we can get these chunked up here. And I got this on, good medium heat. So it's cooking really fast and furious. And if you use a cheaper cut of meat, the issue you're going to have is you're going to have to drain it. Well, you're going to lose a lot of the flavor of the meat, and also it adds a lot to the refried beans. So, give that another second, and let me get my refried beans. This is my recipe. These are homemade. I'm going to add a link to it. I know you've seen it before, but I just want to let you know. Now I've got a pan over here that I'm ready to actually make the quesadillas in. I just want to start getting it warm through and through, because this is not going to take very long at all. I'm going to turn it down now because I don't want to totally mess up the stove that I'm going to have to clean. And these can be done like a little ahead of time, so have the oven on, cookie sheet, piece of tin, put them in there, put tin over it, and then you can get them out and cut it. Okay, this is slowing down a little bit here. I just want to get a big spoonful of my refried beans. And these are going to melt pretty quick. I love these refried beans. They're almost as easy to make as opening a can of refried beans. I'm going to add a spoon at a time until I got good mixture. You want enough refried beans that just refried beans with all the ground beef. Another one. I think this is going to be it. It smells really good. And I'm just trying to show you in real time how this really works. If I talk too much, I drag it out and make things seem like they take forever, a lot more work than they are. I'm going to add just a hair more. So I'm going to keep these kind of on the lots of burger side. And you're going to see that the refried beans are absorbing the liquid and they're kind of cooking up. So I want them to kind of set up here a little bit. I can move this out of the way. Got my pan here, it's just started. So what I want to do, move this out of the way. This going here. Once again, I want to medium heat. And the pan was already starting to heat up, so that's good. Just let this sit a second. So that's ouchie, ouchie hot. So much fun to cook, isn't it? Alright, so like I said, I got these soft taco size. They work out really well. And I just have a drizzle of canola oil. I'm not trying to make these greasy or yucky. I just need something that's going to really kind of cook this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here, swirl it around. You can hear it sizzling. So now we're just going to take our cheese and go crazy, because that's what quesadillas are. I try and keep the cheese in the shell. Also keeps the shell from blistering all over the place. Place I go, I love, they make these quesadillas and it's like just like cheese crazy. It's so good. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little of my burger stuff, and I only need to put it on half because that's really what we're trying to do, right? Still getting some sizzle here. Yep. So you can do anything with this. You know, you can dip them in ranch dressing, just sour cream. You could have some of your favorite salsa. I really like the kind of creaminess. I like the idea of like either a spicy ranch or sour cream, personally. Alright, so I got my mixture on here. Now don't forget, I got my jalapenos and my onion. So I can do this by hand. And you can, adjust the temp, the heat, spiciness of it by how many of the jalapenos you put. The red onion really does taste great. bread line. Okay, so you can see the cheese is melted. Just want to make sure we're all good here. Just get a little bit of crust to that tortilla shell. Ooh, so hot. So we close it up. It's the final frontier of getting this all put together. I want to make sure everything's nice and hot. So then what I'm going to do, I want a minute on one side, a minute on the other. If I lose anything, it's okay. So what we've done, and got that shell nice and kind of crunchy on that. Turn off the heat. Make room. You know it's good because we got nice crunch to that shell. So this is really funny because one of the things that I always tell people is having a really good pizza cutter is a lifesaver because you can go, you can cut right through it. It's a whole lot easier. This is not just for cutting pizza. I use this to cut everything. When I'm making lasagna, I cut my noodles with it to size. So a good pizza cutter is great. This one happens to be really sharp, so a guard on it. I have cut myself a couple times, being a little not so careful. But today, since I got my knife out and it's already dirty, so you can make these as big or small. You can cut them in half and make little half things, or you can guess and do like thirds. So everyone can have just a little bit of this. And really, honestly, that's how you want it. That cheese is good and melted. These are really great. My refried beans are really added to the whole flavor of the thing. And as you can see, it's really not that hard. Really tastes great. Like I said, you can do them up. I recommend don't cut them until you actually are ready to eat them. But on some tin in a 300 oven, just keep loading it up. And let me tell you, this is exactly the kind of stuff that you can make. And you make the beans as hot as your family likes it. You can make the jalapenos, leave them out. That's really up to you. Just kind of adapt everything, and if you rather have canned beans, that's fine too. I just find that sometimes canned beans get kind of runny. My beans really hold up. There are chunks of beans in there instead of just all really, really mushed. And they have a lot of flavor. There's a lot of cilantro and lime juice and other things in there. And I do use some chipotle pepper so you get that smokiness. Really tastes great. So like I always said, please make sure you subscribe because you're all my best friends. Need to ring that notification bell so every time I come up with a really great video. I really got a whole bunch that I'm putting together and editing right now. And obviously comment. Like I say, I've been getting a lot of comments. Love to hear that you've tried something. I had a video I put out quite a while ago. It's probably one of my first ones, I think. And I actually kind of tweaked it and redid the recipe. And had a lady tell me the other day that it's her go-to. She makes it, once a week. And I'm like, that's really, really thrilling to me. So Keep it up, and I'll see you next time I have another great video. Have a great day.